Functional skills, maths and English is the structure that we follow here at Gloucestershire College for our supported internship students. So what we do is try to embed where possible English and maths into the workplace. So we bring their workplace targets into the classroom, and where possible we can embed that English and maths so that they can practice whether they're in class, outside of college, or when they're on a work placement. So we have a very good link between the maths and English tutors and what they're doing at the workplace.
As well as doing maths and English, they allow us to go out onto different work placements. So myself, I'm at a place called Greenfields, which is located in Churcham. It is a landscaping company where I have learned to measure different things, tidy different ways, and be able to be working around different people. I've just been told by one of my educators that I've been funded to have a forklift course lifted for me, so that's making me excited as anything. To learn how to drive a forklift would be amazing for me. It'd make me feel a lot more useful as well at work.
It's an opportunity for a company to be really involved in someone's personal journey and make a difference to people that wouldn't normally get that opportunity. But also it's a chance for that young person to showcase what they actually can do without needing to go through a CV interview route. We can actually showcase how reliable, efficient, loyal these young people actually are, and what an asset they could be to your company. Hopefully, if you were to give them a job, you already know what they can do, they've proven themselves to you, and it makes your recruitment process a lot easier as well.
I say I like everything, to be honest, because I love coming to college, which is seeing new people, seeing my friends as well sometimes, and going to work as well. That's a good thing as well for opportunity. I work in Cheltenham Centre, which is ETB we call it, like a mechanic job. So where you fix tyres and cars and different things as well. So where we learn and get trained as well. So the job is so good, and I like the people, and they're always there for you as well if you need help.
What we would like to do through the programme is give them a realistic work experience so that they can gain sustainable employment. So not just about gaining a job, how do you keep the job, what do you do when problems arise and things like that. So we're hopefully building a skill set that will stay with them for life and help them build on their journey beyond college.
I'm so proud of myself. Now I'm at college and now I'm doing Ty's job as well, which is very good.
If I can get a job with Greenfields at the end of this year, it'll be out of this world for me.
I think the supported internship plays a vital role in making them feel part of society. It helps to develop the independence they need to survive in the big wide world as a grown-up, and also it gives them the skills that they need to be able to deal with situations, to communicate with people, and to just basically be a young adult in their own right.
I work as a job coach at SGS College Stroud, and I am working on the supported internship programme. All of our students have already done a couple or maybe 3 years of study with us, or sometimes we have students from the outside who come in. So they're right at the end of their studies really, and this is a kind of a final year before they go out into the world of work. And we help to broker work placements for them, so that sort of suit their skills and their interests as much as possible.
Well, what I do for the Folk of Gloucester is doing gardening, basically I had to fix the pathway, and also today I'm doing composting. Well, the thing is, I really like history, and I think that history is really important to everybody. Basically, most of the day I'm doing gardening stuff. But when I'm not doing gardening stuff, sometimes I get on pictures doing tour guides. And it makes me really proud to be here in this history environment, and I really like it.
What we did at the very beginning when we first did the induction was to sort of do exercises where we found out what they liked, what they hoped to do, where they'd like to work. Most students kind of had quite realistic expectations about what they wanted to do. We have a couple who had ideas that were quite hard to kind of realise. So we had to kind of manage their expectations in that sense and talk about how you can work your way up, and hopefully in the end you might get to where you want to get to.
I like working with people because I feel like the people here are very, very nice. They've been very welcoming. and I think the customers have been very, very friendly as well. So it's definitely boosted my confidence for sure. Makes me feel like I belong somewhere. I enjoy every minute of it, which I do. Yeah, I can't fault it, to be honest, can't fault it at all. I really enjoy being at Stroud College. I've been there for the past 5 years. The tutors are very nice, they're with you every step of the way. Yeah, they've really helped me to become the person that I am today.
We're quite fortunate in Stroud because it's a small place and a lot of local businesses are quite friendly and supportive. So I've been out quite a lot and just gone and approached employers and said, I've got a student, they'd really like to work in this area. Would you be interested in employing them 1 day or 2 days a week? And we have actually been quite successful in that respect. It's harder with kind of bigger companies like, supermarkets are really difficult to kind of find placements with.
I've been at Stroud College for 4 years. The supported internship is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. The teachers are absolutely amazing. They've actually helped me get this job to do this. I've always wanted to do the coal, always wanted to do retail, and absolutely love it. The people I work with, they're absolutely amazing. They've helped me. Absolutely loving the job here.
Working with Sheridan's great. He's a hard worker. The entire team like him. He comes in on busiest days, always an extra helping pair of hands. He knows what he's doing. It's just all around great guy. The customers like him.
The overall aim is that they're happy and that they're in a meaningful placement where they feel like they are valued and appreciated in where they're working. Also that they're learning new things and picking up new skills, building up confidence. So I suppose that's a sort of overall aim, but I think also we try and tailor it depending on what the student needs and wants as well.
National Star College is an educational college for young people aged 16 to 25, and at the college our young people are all encouraged to work towards targets and goals which will move them towards a really positive outcome when they leave college. And they all have an EHCP, that's an education healthcare plan. So within that plan it will give the young person targets and goals to work towards. And one of those targets will be to gain work. So what we'll do when we meet the young person, we have quite an intense period of time where we'll speak to them, we'll speak to their family, and we'll find out what their interests and hobbies are. We'll talk about what kind of work they may be interested in. And it's not always an easy conversation. Sometimes those young people may have a career aspiration that actually in reality isn't going to be able to happen. So for example, if I wanted to be a computer games designer, I have not got the skills to do that. However, if we break down the job into what a computer games designer does, we may find one part of that job that I could do. So we work with our young people to break tasks down to find out what they can do, and then we will look for a work placement where they can use that skill. Jack joined the programme, and after we'd had a chat with Jack, we identified that there was areas of interest that he had, one of them being transport, whether that's buses, trains or planes, anything like that. He's really, really passionate about it. So we spoke to Jack about that, and we were trying to think how we could find him some work experience that was connected with transport in some way. Jack had also demonstrated that he is fantastic at valeting and cleaning. He's now working valeting minibuses and vans. His mother reports back to us that he is just a changed young man. He loves coming to work, he loves working part of his team, he's so proud of the work he does, and he's very, very happy to show that to other people. Jack's outcome is astounding. Not only has it changed what he does every day, it's actually changed his whole life and outlook. He's met friends through it, he's been encouraged through it, he's actually feeling that he's got a future that he wants working with transport. It worked perfectly for Jack. We do have some great local organisations that we work with who support our young people.
but we're continuously looking for others. So for an example, we had a young lady who wanted to work in hairdressers. We didn't have a hairdressers on our books. So the job coach went out on foot and explored what was out there locally, sourced a local hairdressers where that young person has been working there for 1 day a week for many months now. So sometimes we've already got a work placement there, sometimes it's getting out there and literally knocking on doors and finding that work placement for the young person.
Well, the National Star, they phoned me, it was a year in October, and they were just approaching small businesses to see whether we could help in any way, give their students any work experience. And I just kind of thought about it and I thought, yeah, I think I could. It was really good actually. Sydney came with Louise, who is her support worker. She would come once a week for 2 hours and Louise would be in attendance with her just to make sure that she was okay and she felt comfortable. And then eventually, as Sydney got more used to us, Louise was able to leave her with us on her own. Yeah, it was a very seamless process, I would say. Sydney's made a really great contribution. The clients love her. She's obviously enjoys working hard because I know that she's working at Superdry as well. So she's doing really well.
Sydney does quite a lot of like hanging for us and just hanging the new stock that's coming in, and she's changed a few mannequins for us. So we've had our own little catwalk with our mannequins, and so that's showcased in head office for a few weeks, which has been lovely. National Star has been really helpful for supporting us. They've been really helpful on hand. It's been a really great experience for both Superdry and I'm hoping for the National Star as well, and hopefully we can do this more in the future.
So I work closely with colleges. I help young people transition from education into employment. I go into colleges, make sure they're receiving all the support that they need during their supported internship. I create a vocational profile with every student, which is a profile about all of their career ambitions, their skills, their areas to improve on, which the job broker will then use to think of action plans and come up with a solution how they get into employment.
Forwards is working with people with disabilities and enabling them to gain employment, to be a job broker and to work with customers from all types of backgrounds is just amazing. That journey to meet them, you know, first of all, just that call on the phone and to build a working relationship with them, motivate that customer, be able to recognise what barriers they have and overcome those barriers to gain sustainable employment and become independent is just amazing.
Well, being blind myself, it took me a long time myself to get a job, and it was quite the battle. So I'm hoping when I first meet a customer, I can share my story, make them relaxed, make them comfortable, and we then talk about what they would like to do, how we can support them, and then depending on what they're wanting and needing, I can do anything from helping them create a CV, helping them with job searching. I also speak to employers on their behalf, so whatever they need me to do, while at the same time encouraging them to stay independent and do things that they can do as well.
The customers are actually inspiring us as well in our work that we carry out. Their willingness to learn, their dedication and their motivation actually has an impact on us, so we learn from them also.
I look after the Employment Skills Hub. So the Employment Skills Hub is a single entry point, a front door for anybody who wants information, support, advice or guidance around employment and skills, including voluntary employment, courses, etc. We have a really diverse team. I'm a firm believer that if we're providing services for people with additional needs, then we need to have a workforce that actually represents the people we're working with. We have people who are care experienced, we have people with disabilities, we have people from different backgrounds, and it's a really vibrant, innovative team, and all of those different backgrounds come together in this eclectic mix that really kind of makes us, I think, stand out from other services. Because we have experts. If we need to know something, we usually have somebody within the team that we can draw from their expertise to support us with. And I think that's really, really important, and it just adds so much value to the team.
I think my job is very rewarding. I love my job. I get to see so many people transition into completely different people to how they started.
To see that they feel like they have a chance is one of the most rewarding factors of the job that we do.
I think that everybody should have an opportunity to participate. I genuinely believe that anybody can work. It's just a question of making some adjustments, maybe in some cases, and having that belief that they can do it.